Hello everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. Episode 5 for you today. And as always, I hope that you are doing fantastic and I thank you for the incredible support you are showing this series. If you missed the previous episode, probably go back and check it out because if I had to describe it, I'd say not great, then really not great, then fantastic. To put that into perspective and show you what I mean, I'll show you how we got on. We ended up playing 3 games. First up was a 2-0 defeat to Brentford. We followed that with a 6-1 defeat against Chelsea. Not great. Really not great. And then we went and played against United. At Selhurst Park, we went 2-0 down in the game. We were able to score 3 goals without reply, though, and win the game by 3 goals to 2 in what was a crazy comeback. Milivojevic scored a great free kick, and we scored the winning goal in order to win the game for Crystal Palace. So, yeah, and in store for you today, we have got games against Arsenal at the Emirates, followed by a match against Fulham as we finish off the Premier League season. We will also wrap up all of the other leagues and take a look at who has won the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, and some other things in there as well. So just the 2 matches for you today, but hopefully they will be very, very entertaining. So without further ado, let's advance the days over to the game against Arsenal, and I'll see you for it in just a moment. I will also do this training here. Still getting transfer offers as well, by the way. Villarreal, Benfica, the 2 latest sides to give us an offer. But as I said previously, as more offers coming through, this time from Wolves, who we did play for last year in FIFA 22. As I said, I want to stay at Palace and actually get some game time, in the Premier League. Because yes, we've had some recently, but nowhere near as much as I was hoping for the first season with us getting that 7-month injury right at the start. As more and more offers come through, now Newcastle joining the teams interested. It's good to see we've got a lot of interest, but for now, I'm staying at Palace. And here we are for the game against Arsenal at the Emirates. Their side on the left, ours on the right. We'll discuss them in more detail in game. But it's the first of the episode. Can we start with a win? Forgot to mention as well, before that game against United in the last video, they were 3 points clear over second place Liverpool. Hang on a second because we are in down the right-hand side here. Are you going for an acrobatic effort? Which is wide of the post, but that's an early warning sign for Arsenal. Yeah, really good work from us there to get in down the right. And Ayew trying a little bit of an audacious attempt, but why not? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Man United. They were 3 points clear of Liverpool, who were second before that game against us. But after that defeat to us, they are now both on 80 points. So the title is yet to be decided. And we will see who's going to win it with these final 2 games. Player to watch, Bukayo Saka. Not surprising. Lovely ball from Saka to Martinelli, just as we highlighted him. Thankfully, though, for us, Catarino's in the way of Martinelli's back heel. Ødegaard, Saka. Saka finding Araujo. Right-hand side. Arsenal, dangerous. Attack this, Ødegaard. Blocked by Gueye. Importantly so as well. Arsenal corner, 12 minutes into this. And we've got some defending to do. But at least we've not conceded in the first 6 minutes of the game like we did against United and Chelsea. Ødegaard giving away as we skip round the challenge of Partey. I mean, we're very much isolated up here, though, as Zinchenko, I was just trying to run past him. Oh, he's made a mistake. Zinchenko's made a mistake. He pulls on our shirts. Where is the Palace players? There's nobody in here with us. We're going to have to go for goal. Where was the support? We ran pretty much from the edge of our own penalty area, almost to all the way to Arsenal's. And now the Palace corner then. And I'm looking to put this towards that near post, which it does go the way of Jordan Ayew, but Ramsdale recognised that, came out, caught it, and that is a wasted corner from me. Ødegaard, misplaced pass as we intercept it though, redeeming ourselves for the poor corner. Now forwards towards Meyer. Meyer to Schlupp. Schlupp gets the chance to strike it. Ramsdale behind it. This is good from Palace. Martinelli for Arsenal. A little bit of space to work with. Now Jesus off to Saka. Saka goes for goal, and Saka strikes it into the back of Palace's nets. And it's Arsenal 1, Palace 0. The player to watch, Bukayo Saka, one of my favourite players, and he's made us go 1-0 down here. And it's just Arsenal exchanging positions, swapping around, Martinelli turning inside. You can find there the ball to Jesus and Saka popping up in this central area. And it is quite the finish. Here is Saka, Anderson in the way of the first pass, but it'll fall for Ødegaard. Now Partey through to Jesus. Back to Thomas Partey, to Ødegaard, space, gotta be, it is! Arsenal 2, Palace 0. And they carved us open intricately there. But again, it's Palace's defensive frailties on show. Ayew, if he can get the ball through, I was away, but a great challenge from Partey means that that was not available. And speaking of chances, here come Arsenal again. Then Ødegaard and Jesus combine, and that's a great save. That is a great save. Very nearly Arsenal 3-0 in front. Corner ball. Martinelli stands over it. Short to Ødegaard. At the end of this first half, Arsenal looking for their third, which would cap off a brilliant first half display from them. And that is the half-time whistle. Free kick Arsenal here. I'm not sure if it was a free kick, though. And this is a great position for them to add their third. Ødegaard standing over the ball. This is a definite shooting chance. Ødegaard will jump over the ball, actually. Sambi Lokonga lays it off to Jesus, whose shot is blocked by Anderson. I'm not sure that was the right thing to do from Arsenal's perspective there. That was territory in which Ødegaard, for me, should have had a go at goal. But Arsenal keep the ball alive then. Ødegaard and Jesus, 1-2, got to be 3. It is 3. Like, if you're going to give them that sort of time and space, that's the punishment. It was a simple 1-2, and Arsenal were in behind again. And that came straight after that free kick we were speaking about. We got a free kick for them being offside. We played upfield, lose it immediately. Arsenal on the attack, 3-0. Saka in quickly to win the ball. Palace just wanting too much time on it, and you don't get time like that in the Premier League. Tomiyasu, Martinelli, look at the space they've got here. Ødegaard for Arsenal. It's 4, but it's offside. It won't count. I've just looked over on that far side. You can see the linesman's flag is up. And Palace, well, they can breathe a sigh of relief because that was embarrassing. And let's see how close this actually was. Wow. Mighty close. But the offside flag went up. No goal. And there is a change for Arsenal as Madueke is on for Saka. And I think that's just for fitness reasons. Saka before kickoff was actually not fully fit. So I'm not surprised to see him having a rest now, as the job is pretty much done here for Arsenal. Don't think there's any way back for Palace. Hughes finding the ball to MacArthur. MacArthur now then needs myself or Ayew to give him a little run. Ayew now does give the ball. Are we onside still? We are, and we've looked to pick out the top corner, and Aaron Ramsdale. I mean, that shows you the quality. Look at that for a save. And this is a result that will have an interesting impact on the title day, because Liverpool are 3-2 up against Brighton. Brighton just scoring in that one. If they were to get another goal, it of course would mean that Liverpool would drop points. I don't know how United are getting on, but the title race will go into the final day if both of them win, which will make it a very nervy final day for the two of them. As here, the result was already done at 3-0, and Arsenal just looking to see out this game now. They are forward again, though. Tomiyasu, Martinelli, Jesus does get the shot away, but it was a weak effort in the end, which was fairly easy for John Stone to save. For Palace, another one of those days at the back. Defensively poor, not really created too much in the way of chances themselves. Here is Meyer finding Ayew. Ayew off to Mitchell. Mitchell lifting it in, back towards Ayew. And yeah, that effort there from Jordan Ayew didn't have anything really behind it to test Ramsdale. So full time at the Emirates, it'll finish Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0, unless there is to be one last chance right here. Jesus trying to provide it. And there is a full-time whistle. One game down, one to go. This result doesn't mean anything to us in the aspect of where we can move up or down in the league, but it's still disappointing to see how we played. We also hit level 14 there, so 3 more skill points picked up. The question is, though, looking around the rest of the league, how has it gone? And ahead of the final day of the season then, it is Liverpool and United, both on 86 points. They both can win the title. Liverpool, however, though, have a far superior goal difference. So United, matching the result will not be enough. They'll need Liverpool to drop points. In terms of the Champions League as well, Spurs, 5th, could still finish 3rd or 4th. Arsenal as well have an outside chance. Again, though, goal difference not on their side. And it looks like a 6th or a 5th place finish for them is more realistic and reasonable. And then for us, again, we can't move up, we can't move down. So we're 13th. No matter what happens on the final day, Fulham is the team we're taking on. They are in the bottom 3. So for them, they're still fighting for their Premier League survival. Victory against us would take them to 32 points. And depending on what happens with Forest and Brentford elsewhere, that could mean that they're safe. So we have a say on who could go down to the Championship next season. Keep your eye on that and keep your eye on the title race as well. Welcome to Selhurst Park. Palace against Fulham up next. Team news for you now then. There's a return to the side for Vincente Gaita, who starts in goal for Palace. Milivojevic back into midfield. MacArthur onto the bench. But it's myself, Ayew and Schlupp as the front three once again. Not sure what's happened and why Sam Johnstone's been dropped to the bench, whether or not that's for form or something else or an injury. But we have gone with Gaita for today's game. And Fulham, this is their starting 11. Captained by Tom Kearney, Harry Wilson, Bobby Reid, Cabano, and then Boadu up front. And they need a big performance because, as we know, they're not safe in the Premier League. Early foul here from Cabano will be a free kick. And I'm hoping I'm not injured here as Cabano comes over to apologise. It is early on. It will be a yellow card. Here is Robinson for Fulham, left-hand side. Looking for a pass back. I'm going to block the pass back, though. And in the end, have we actually got it? No, we haven't. I thought we'd come away with the ball, so I started making my move. And Harry Wilson! Oh, boy! This changes things. Fulham 1, Palace 0. I didn't watch the pass because I thought that we'd got the ball back. And then as soon as I realised it was too late, I'd already set off running up the field of play. You can see there, that ball inside. I should have been watching that pass. Harry Wilson, near post, beats Gaita. And that goal, as things stand, means that Fulham are surviving in the Premier League. I will try to do my best to keep you up to date with what's happening in the title race and the relegation race. But you've seen no goal update yet because it's only 5 minutes in. What a time as well for Harry Wilson to grab his first goal in the Premier League for Fulham. Cabano's going to be off here, you know. He's already picked up a yellow card for one challenge. And he's just got in strongly on another challenge. And he's got to go, surely, ref. He's off. Cabano's second yellow card. And inside 7 minutes, Fulham have taken the lead and seen a player be sent off. What is happening on the final day? Ayew, Milivojevic, Ayew again, overlapping is Catarino. Catarino back towards me. He's there again for the ball back out. Can Palace find the chance here? Ayew towards me. It's got to be done quickly, and it wasn't. Headed away. Milivojevic, though, keeping it for Palace. We've done well to get away from the challenge. Can we find the ball out wide? Here is Mitchell. Palace still on the attack, and the chance is still with us. Mitchell's ball in. We're looking to get our head to it. We've hit the bar. Ayew on the rebound. Not quite. Robinson away. Half-time whistle is upon us here at Selhurst Park in a first half that saw Fulham take the lead 5 minutes in. Then they saw Cabano be sent off for a second yellow card. We've hit the bar with our head. But at the moment, Fulham are holding on to Premier League survival. Corner ball Palace, as you can see. I'm actually going to ask for it short. It was a little bit too late, though, as Anderson's header! Palace are back on level terms! And Fulham have been broken! They were defending so well. With 10 men, they were looking to hold on to this, what would be a massive result for their survival. But as things stand, Palace are back on level terms, and Fulham are going to the Championship. And to let you know elsewhere as well of some half-time scorelines, one of the top two are winning, the other is drawing. But I'm not going to tell you who it is. You'll have to wait and find out. I think that means Fulham are down to the Championship anyway. I think they were 2 points behind 17th and 16th before kickoff. And of course, they only are getting a point now as things stand, so that won't be enough. And what do Fulham do now? They have to go forwards, remember, because they need a goal. They need a goal to try and fight for their survival. Great ball through. Boadu! Immediately, 10-man Fulham are back in front. Miron Boadu rockets it into the roof of the net. And he sends the Fulham fans into rapture. What has just happened here? Bobby Reid's ball. Boadu smashes home. No offside flag. Palace back behind. Fulham are staying in the Premier League unless results elsewhere are not going in their favour. I honestly haven't seen any goal updates from United, from Liverpool, from Brentford. So I don't know what's going on in those games. And they're the games we needed to look out for. As here is Ito. Ito getting the ball towards me, shifting it onto that left foot. Going for goal. What a save by Milinkovic-Savic. Almost 2-2. I'm going to try something very cheeky here. See if I can play it along the floor to Ito, which we can. Ito! Saved by Milinkovic-Savic. Smart corner. Nearly making it count. Anderson blocking the eventual clearance. It'll bounce through towards Milinkovic-Savic, who claims it for Fulham. Nearly catching them out there with that corner. Wilson, Boadu, 3-1! It's game here at Selhurst Park. It is abysmal from Palace. But Fulham, full credit. They have taken the game to us with 10 men. And Marco Silva's side, as things stand, if the results elsewhere are in their favour, are staying in the Premier League, having entered the final day in the relegation zone. Boadu with his second of the game. Spare a thought, though, as well now, because questions will be asked about Patrick Vieira's man management here. Because against 10 men, to have been 1-1, get back into the game and then concede 2 is not ideal at all. Ito, MacArthur were able to keep hold of the ball, but there is to be no shot for this, so we go to Ito instead. He can play it back towards me. And now there is a little bit of space to maybe look for the shots. How has he saved that? Looking to place it in that corner. Milinkovic-Savic has had a fantastic game here. Yes, Fulham have done well in the attack, but he's had his moments. Here is James with the last minute of the game. Fulham look to have done the unthinkable with 10 men. Miron Boadu, the hero for them. Palace coming forward for one final time in the game. Is there to be one last chance? Catarino plays it towards me, continues his run again. There's the ball back to Catarino. And we need it to be now then that we create this chance. We're holding our run. Catarino finding MacArthur. Fingertips of Milinkovic-Savic. Yep, that's our reaction as well, MacArthur. I don't know how he saved it either. And we're up for the corner. Gaita's in the box. It'll go into the middle. It's not a great delivery. Wilson away, and it'll be full time. And somehow Fulham have done it. We get another chance to whip the cross in. It's Di Lorenzo underneath the ball into the box. And as it rolls out of play, that is full time, bringing the Premier League season to a close. If you want to talk about our performance in this one, as Palace, we were abysmal. Really not good. But that would be overshadowing the brilliance of Miron Boadu and Fulham, who may have got Premier League survival, having entered final day in the relegation zone. An 8.1 match rating for us. But the question is, what has happened? As 13 shots for Palace, 6 for Fulham, 3-1 the game finishing. And looking there, United won 4-0. Brentford beaten by City. We will get to see exactly what's happened when we skip through here. Okay, who are Premier League champions to start with? Will it say it here in the news? Or will we have to go to the standings to find out? Standings it is. Moment of truth then. We know that United won. So Liverpool have to have won in order to win the title. And they did. Liverpool have won as well as United and win the league by goal difference. United's 4-0 win against Everton, not enough because Liverpool beat Arsenal by 3-1. The rest of the Champions League spots, United finishing second, City in third, Chelsea in fourth, Spurs occupy fifth. West Ham leapfrog Arsenal on the final day though, and Arsenal dropped to 7th. And if we keep scrolling down, Villa, Newcastle, Everton, Brighton, Leicester, us, Wolves, Leeds. And who stayed up then? Forest, Fulham survive. Boadu's brace. The reason they're in the Premier League as Brentford beaten by City. Had that have finished 1-1 at Selhurst Park, Fulham would have been relegated. They owe it all to Miron Boadu. Southampton and Bournemouth also down with Brentford as well. That's insane. FA Cup was won by Liverpool in a 4-3 victory over Arsenal. The Carabao Cup going the way of Liverpool as well. So they do a treble this season. Quadruple maybe, depending on who wins the Champions League. But it's not yet played. So I'll be back in just a moment and to take a look at that. One thing that we can look at though in the meantime is the news and see who won what. So team of the tournament. We are not going to be in this. We only played like 11 matches all season through our injury that we picked up in match day 1. Of course, missing 7 months of a season does have an impact. So Liverpool, Alisson, Robertson, Van Dijk, then it's Romero from Spurs, Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool, Diaz, Fernandes from United, Mount from Chelsea, Mahrez and Haaland from City, and Nunez from Liverpool as well. Son wins the Golden Boot. How many goals did he finish on this season? He got 27. That is great from Son. Goalkeeper of the tournament was Hugo Lloris, and player of the tournament was Diaz from Liverpool. As for the top scorer in the Prem, we know it was Son, but who finished second and third? Haaland with 25 and 37, Diaz with 23 and 37, Coutinho with 21 and 37 as well, and Mahrez with 20 and 38. Antony with a great first season for United, 19 and 38 is a fantastic return for him. What about the assists? Mahrez, Fernandes, Salah, Diaz, Ayew from Palace, from us. Did really well, Jordan Ayew. Chilwell, Sterling, Aubameyang. Clean sheets was Lloris. Yellow cards and red cards not really important too much. But that does it for the Premier League then. Let's skip ahead, look at the rest of the leagues, the Champions League, the Europa League and the Conference League. We've just hit level 15, which gives us another 3 skill points. We've got 9 saved up at the moment. I'm not using them right now though. I'm just waiting and seeing what happens. For next season, we've got some things in the shopping as well, which gives us training boosts, so I'm going to unlock those. They are really important in helping you get XP early on. And I'll talk more about this in the How Quickly Can We Reach 90 rated video that is coming out for you this weekend, because I do use them in there as well. I'm probably thinking that's coming out before this episode, or maybe after it. I'm not sure right now. So let's start with the UEFA Super Cup, which was won by Real Madrid in a 2-1 win against Frankfurt. The Champions League was won by PSG, beating Barcelona. Liverpool got to the semi-finals, so their quadruple was still on then, but they were beaten by Barcelona, who ended up being beaten in the final. Europa League went to Inter, 4-3 on penalties after a 0-0 draw. Nearly had a Europa League trophy, Arsenal. Not quite, though. And then the Conference League was won by Villarreal in the final against Hajduk Split. So, well done to Villarreal. And that's it for those. We are now going to take a look at the other leagues as soon as I find out where I can do that. I'm pretty certain in the season. Yep, there you go. So we'll start off with the Championship. We'll see who's coming up this season. Blackburn, Burnley, and one of Sheffield United, Watford, West Brom, or Norwich will be joining the Premier League next season. French League went to PSG, 14 points ahead of Marseille. The Bundesliga, Bayern probably, 74 points. Only 9, though, ahead of Leipzig and Dortmund down in 4th. Into the Serie A, it was Juventus who won it on 84, 2 points ahead of Milan. So a bit more competitive there, but you can see over 100 goals scored by Juventus and Milan. That's crazy. Where did Inter finish? 8th. So Inter won the Europa League, finishing 8th. Wow. And into, I guess we'll show you the Eredivisie. We did play at Ajax last season in FIFA 22. They won the league by a point. The Portuguese league was won by Braga. Into the Premiership, Scottish Premiership, and that was won by Rangers, 7 points ahead of Celtic. For La Liga, it was Real Madrid, a point ahead of Barcelona. And the crazy thing here is that 3 teams in La Liga scored 100 goals. Real, Barca, and Atletico, and Villarreal scored 97, so they were close. Lots and lots of goals in La Liga, it seems. Valencia relegated. I've only just seen that. Valencia relegated to the second tier of Spanish football. They conceded 102 goals. Wow. Well, Valencia, let's see what you do in the second tier next season. For us, though, let's have a look and see what happened this year and see exactly how we've got on. We are still transfer listed. Now, I'm pretty certain that I can just keep rejecting the offers and I'll still be here anyway. But being transfer listed, the offers are still coming through. I've just not shown you every time because there's a lot of offers that have come through. We've had some very interesting teams as well, to be fair, who've made an offer. But we'll start at the top then with our goalkeepers. So Gaeta and John Stone sharing the game time. They both had 3 clean sheets apiece. But in terms of performance, John Stone was slightly better with a 6.33 as opposed to a 6.31 that Gaeta managed. Butland also played twice, once in the Premier League, once in the Cup. Mitchell with 37 games played in the Premier League this season, a 6.18 match rating. Anderson, 38 played, 6.29 rating. Gay, 34 with a 6.27. Catarino, a 6.79 for him, 15 Premier League games played. Ward was playing before him, and he actually got a 5.96, so less than a 6 rating. Klein as well played a fair few times. Milivojevic in there, scored that free kick against United. That worldie of a free kick. MacArthur played 26 times. Schluck with 41 appearances, playing all of the Premier League games available, 6.56. Meyer, so too, playing 36 with a 6 rating. Hughes as well, 32. Lallana played 13. As I'm scrolling down, we played 11. 3 goals, 5 assists, a 7.76 rating. 8 overall points gained, but that can change. All I have to do is take away points and add them, and our overall can fluctuate like that. Ito, very, very good signing. Once we returned, he ended up being on the bench a lot, but when he came on, he did change the game at times. 36 games, 11 goals. Jordan Ayew playing as an out-and-out striker this season because, of course, we only had Pereira or Akinwale to do that job, and he was good up there. 20 goal contributions in 36 games. Pereira as well, playing 9 times without a single goal in the Premier League. So that is how the team got on this season. As for Season 2, I'm not really sure what to expect from Palace. I just know that I don't want to get injured and I want to have a full season under my belt in the Premier League. Before we go today, let's take a look at the personality points. And as you can see, Maverick, 45%. We are 6,000 away from Tier 2. And that is where they are distributed in terms of the Maverick, Virtuoso and Heartbeat points. And for our player growth, our attributes are there on the screen. And we have 9 points to play with. For now, though, that is where I will leave all of you lovely people. Thank you once again for all of the incredible support that you have been showing this series. Hopefully excited as we enter Season 2 a lot sooner than any of us would have been expecting. But I'm ready to get a full season under my belt and show you exactly what we can do here at Palace. Hopefully you're excited for that. If you are, hit that subscribe button, activate the notification bell as well so to make sure you never miss an upload. And until next time, stay safe everyone, look after each other, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will catch you all again in season number 2. Until then, adios!